It's time for this week's parting shots.
It's ironic that Atlanta Dream owner and U.S. Senator Kelly Loeffler has accused the WNBA of adding politics to sports by putting Black Lives Matter on the floor when the league returns, saying how Loeffler is running to retain the seat she was appointed to, and her opposition to the league's efforts seems to be the best promotion her campaign has received. The irony gets deeper. Loeffler thinks a plea for black dignity is politics, but her desire to add American flags to WNBA jerseys is not. Now, Loeffler's cover on this has been to specify her problem with saying Black Lives Matter as her disagreement with the Black Lives Matter organization, not the sentiment. But she's also said she's opposed to the Black Lives Matter movement. The Black Lives Matter movement is larger than any one group. No one views the leaders of the Black Lives Matter organization as the leaders of the larger movement. In fact, one of the most important things about this movement is its lack of central leadership. It is represented by the people, not simply one person. Loeffler should know that. But in this time of reckoning in America, when we've seen an exchange of ideas and experiences between black and white people unlike any in recent memory, Loeffler has said nothing about any conversations with anyone who disagrees with her. She has not spoken with her players, the overwhelming majority of whom support the league's actions. Loeffler says she fears the WNBA will exclude some fans with this message. Coincidentally, those fans resemble the people she hopes will vote for her. So if Loeffler wants to separate politics from sports, fine. Here's how we start. We stop treating her insincere statements as news and let her run her campaign without dragging the Dream and the WNBA into it.
Jet safety Jamal Adams hasn't exactly unified his team this offseason, demanding a trade and calling out head coach Adam Gase for poor leadership. But it's impossible to argue with Adams when he tweeted this: "We need the right people at the top. Wrong is wrong." That was in response to a CNN report that Jets owner Woody Johnson, who's currently serving as the U.S. ambassador to the UK, is being investigated by the State Department Inspector General over the alleged use of racist and sexist comments to his staff. Johnson denies the allegations. Adams wasn't alone in calling out Johnson, who in 2018 reportedly asked a staffer if his audience would be, quote, a whole bunch of black people prior to a Black History Month event, along with a handful of other racially insensitive remarks. The report also claims Johnson is regularly disrespectful and demeaning toward women, allegedly reducing them to objects in a way that was described as just sort of cringeworthy. The Fritz-Pollard Alliance, which was formed to champion diversity in the NFL, released a statement saying if the allegations are true, the league should, quote, take appropriate action and work toward rooting out such sentiments from our NFL community. If rooting out those sentiments means a removal of Johnson as owner, there should be enough precedent from the NBA's Donald Sterling experience for the NFL to do so. When Sterling was forced out of his ownership of the Clippers franchise, it started with a recording of a private phone call between him and his girlfriend. It turned out to be the racist smoking gun people in the league needed to see, and after player protests and the threat of further unrest, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver made the move to oust Sterling. Should the State Department find these allegations against Johnson to be true, how different is this really? It's the definition of privilege to regularly dehumanize others, only to be continually rewarded. And in the NFL, today's NFL, that features Roger Goodell openly condemning the oppression of black people, a league that has a long, hideous history of domestic abuse issues, these allegations just can't lead to a fine or even permanently handing off the team to his younger brother, Chris Johnson. Nope. This would have to go the full Sterling route. A clean split. For good. For the good. Right is right.
Dear college football fans, I need to give you some real talk. Yelling your opinions on COVID-19, masks, data interpretation, and how or if the curve should be flattened doesn't matter if you want the sport you love to come back this fall. The problem is once you start yelling, you stop listening. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey has been clear that the conference is working with their own panel of medical experts. He's been clear that the panel sees growth in cases as a significant factor in any decisions regarding the return of college football this fall. What you think is causing the spread won't change these decisions. Whether you feel that the death rate is more important for the return of the sport is also of no consequence to the people that are making the decisions. Major college conferences and the schools within them have stated that they clearly believe masks are necessary and the current numbers are significant enough to possibly cancel the sport you love. You don't have to follow the rules, sure, but if you don't get what you want in the end, at least be honest when you look in the mirror and say you didn't do your part. The house rules have been set. The people making these rules have been clear and specific in what factors into their decisions and how they believe you can help. You don't have the power to change the set of rules. So either embrace what you're being told and do your part, or understand that you are, by the very decision to not follow the clear guidelines being laid out, part of what's preventing college football from happening. The 2020 sports equivalent of no shoes, no shirt, no service is clearly no quarantine, no mask, no college football.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.